Hello YouTube, my name is Anna Christine and I am the Beantown Reader. Today's video is going to be my November book haul, so grab your coffee and let's get started. I acquired 13 books in the month of November. November is my birthday month, so I had some money to spend, and of course I bought way too many books with said money. Only one of the books that I got this month was from Barnes & Noble. Usually Barnes & Noble is my place to go, but a couple months ago I was at Target and I saw that they had books. I mean, I knew that they always sold books, but recently their book selection has been like on point. I found a bunch of, really great books. Well, I hope they're great books. I haven't read them yet. But they're all hardcovers. The most expensive one was like $15.29, I think, which is a really good deal. I mean, I prefer a hardcover, but when it comes to, the money that goes into buying books, it's easier to spend, the $9.99 on a book than $18.99 at Barnes & Noble. So when I saw that they were $15 and I had some birthday money to spend, I decided to splurge and get myself some nice hardcovers. I'm going to start with the one book that I got from Barnes & Noble, which was the 10th anniversary edition of Twilight, which has the original story of Twilight, and then you flip it around and it has Life and Death, which I haven't worked out exactly how the story works. There, I know it's a gender flop. I think the human is a guy and the vampire is a girl. I'm not 100% sure, but Twilight is like my third favorite series that I've ever read, and Stephenie Meyer, she pulled a Beyonce with this one, just dropped it. No one knew it was coming out. So as soon as I saw that it was out and I started hearing people talking about it, I knew I had to get my hands on it. So with my birthday gift card to Barnes & Noble, I picked that puppy up. I can't wait to get into it. I'm surprised I haven't read it so far already, but I have a lot of other books on my TBR and it's going to have to wait a little while. But I've heard amazing things and I can't wait to read it. I just realized I lied. I have 14 books this month. There was one book from Target that I forgot to mention. It was on my other desk in my room. So we'll start with that one. The first book that I picked up from Target is Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon. This is the story of a girl who is allergic to everything. She lives in her house with her mother and her nurse. She can't go outside. She can't breathe regular air. The house has an air filtration system. And a boy moves in across the street, and they kind of start a relationship through the window of her bedroom. And they see each other. They make eye contact with each other. He starts writing her notes on the window, and they fall in love. This book, I already read this book. It's incredible. I don't want to say too much, so you'll see more about this in my December wrap-up. The second book that I picked up from Target was Saint Anything by Sarah Dessen. I'm not 100% sure on what this book is about. I know it's about a girl whose brother is arrested after a drunk driving accident, and he's in jail. He's serving some very serious jail time. I didn't read much into this book. I've never read a Sarah Dessen before. I'm usually the covers usually turn me off, which I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but her covers really have turned me off in the past. They just seem a little too, like girly and fluffy, but this cover has been drawing me in for a while, so when I saw it at Target for so cheap, I picked it up on a whim. I hope it's good. I apologize. I should have taken all the stickers off of the book before I filmed this, but life got in the way. So I apologize for the stickers on every single book that I'm about to show you. The next two books that I picked up from Target were Fairest and Winter by Marissa Meyer. This is the fourth book in the Lunar Chronicles and the novellas that go with it. I have only read the first two books in the series, but I loved them, and I've been meaning to get back into it. I think I'm just going to reread all of them. Now that I have the final book and the novella, I'll eventually reread all of them and finish the series, marathon through it. This cover, I have to say this is my favorite cover of the whole series. You can't really see on camera very well, but it just like glows. It's so beautiful. So I hope I can get to these soon. I, say that about every book that I haul, but it's, again, I have too many books on my shelves. The next two books that I got at Target were Fangirl and Carry On, both by Rainbow Rowell. Fangirl is the story of Kath. She is a freshman in college. She writes fan fiction about a story that in her world is very much like Harry Potter. So Carry On is the fan fiction that Kath writes. You don't have to read Fangirl first to read Carry On, but I'm glad that I did. Both of these stories are amazing. I already read them. They were reviewed in my November wrap-up, so I will link that video down below. There will also be written reviews of these on my blog, so I'll link that below as well. They were amazing, and I was able to find the exclusive collector's edition at Target. It has the pink cover, the pink ribbon bookmark, and there's beautiful fan art in the inside cover, which I love. I love when they include fan art and they include, things, little illustrations, they're just so beautiful. The next book that I picked up at Target was The Red Queen, or Red Queen, by Victoria Aveyard. This is the story about a world where there are red bloods and there are silver bloods, and the silver bloods are elite. I believe the silvers have powers, and then the reds are just like, the middle or lower class. They're just normal people. And our main character is a red blood, and I believe that she finds out that she has powers, which is unheard of because she's not a silver blood. I haven't really looked too much into this book. I know everybody read it last year and this year, and everybody loved it. So I got it, and I'm sure I'll love it. I mean, it's not very large for what it is. So I will give it a go, and we shall see. The next book that I picked up was Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard by Rick Riordan. This is his new series. I've heard rumor, very recently, just a couple days ago, I heard rumor that you need to read the Olympus series before you read this. Someone, please comment down below. Let me know if that's true or not. This is the story of Magnus Chase, who was one night told by his mother to run. He doesn't know why, and he lives on the streets of Boston, which I am from just south of Boston, hence the Beantown Reader. So I love Rick Riordan, and as soon as I found out that this boy Magnus Chase is from Boston, or not from Boston, but living in the streets of Boston, I instantly knew that I wanted to read it. And I just read this little sticker. I had no idea what it was when I was at Target itself, and it says that there's a poster inside. So we're going to find it, and we're going to see what this poster looks like together. Okay. So the poster is Magnus Chase's Guide to the Nine Worlds. And it opens up like that. I love when books contain posters, maps, fan art, anything to do with that. I love, book artwork, anything that has to do with that. So again, I'm really excited to get into this book, but I do want to clarify if I need to read the series that comes before this, if they intertwine. So someone please let me know. The next book that I picked up from Target is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I honestly don't know what this book is about, and nor have I read her other series, but I've heard nothing but incredible things about this book and her other series. I believe this was some sort of retelling. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's just what I'm remembering. So again, I really don't know what this is about, but I kind of want to go into it blind and just absorb it, and hopefully I love it. And again, when I saw that it was hardcover at Target for like $15, I was like, why not? Why not get it? So there it is. The next two books that I got from Target are To All the Boys I've Loved Before and P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. This book is about a girl who writes love letters to boys that she has crushes on, and she doesn't send the letters, she just keeps them for herself. And I believe that the letters get out for some reason. So that's all the first book. I didn't read anything into the second book because I don't want to spoil anything for myself. But I read Jenny Han's summer series, and I loved it. I adored her writing style. So I know that I'll love these. From what I've heard of them, I'm pretty sure that I will love them. The next book that I got from Target was Library of Souls by Ransom Riggs. This is the third and final book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. I read the first 2 books and I love them. They are so chock full of creepiness and action and friendship and adventure. It's just such an amazing story. The way that he worked in vintage photographs into these books is just so incredible and so creative and so original. I love the book. I love the story. I love the characters. I haven't read this one yet. I'm thinking that I might marathon the 3 books together again. I've been wanting to reread Miss Peregrine for a while, so when I saw that this was coming out, I didn't read them so that I could marathon them together. The last book that I got this month at Target was The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. This is the story about the, not anti-hero, but when something happens in a story, the story usually is followed the story usually follows the hero in the story. This follows the rest of the people. This follows the bystanders, the everyday people that witness everything happening and either don't know what's going on or can't help or doesn't want to help. It's a very interesting concept. I'm about 3 chapters into it, and so far I like it. I'm really just in the character setup, but yeah, so far I like it. It's a very short book, so I'll fly through it. And also, I was able to get a signed first edition at Target. I was pleasantly surprised. So not only is it a hardcover that I got for $14, but it is a signed first edition of said hardcover. I love Patrick Ness's writing style. His writing style really reflects in this book too. And I love it so far. So we shall see. So those are all the books that I acquired in the month of November. If you didn't see my November wrap-up, I will have that linked down below. Until the next video, have a great day.